21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick, because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
Spring is here, and Little Dealer Little Prices is cleaning house during our Spring Cleaning RV Sale. We're sweeping the lot with deep discounts across every category. Motorhomes up to 50% off MSRP. Fifth wheels starting at $39,995. Travel trailers from just $11,995. And more. These RVs are being cleared out fast, and the best deals won't last. Don't miss your chance to save big before they're gone. Plus, current RV owners can take advantage of spring service specials, including a free 12-point inspection and a discounted $75 leak inspection. Shop or schedule service today at Little Dealer Little Prices. Terms and conditions may apply. See dealer for details.
Come see us at Mark Mazda Scottsdale. Right now, you can receive 2.9% financing for up to 72 months on some of Mazda's most popular models, like the brand new 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid.
The name to remember? Mark Mazda. Mark Mazda.
If you're a fan of any sport on the planet, college or pro, then we are right where you want to be.
The place to come when you want to have too much fun.
Real sports fans need a sports book powered by Hard Rock Bet. Follow the money line to Twin Arrows and too much fun.
Twin Arrows.
The best indoor tailgate party in Flagstaff, with massive HD screens, cold drinks, game time food specials, and best service, is at Arrow Sports Bar. After the game, get back in the game at craps, blackjack, and slots. Now that's too much fun.
The place to come when you want to have too much fun.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Twin Arrows.
Winning once, that's a good season. But building a streak, that takes showing up. Every call, every claim, every day. AAA Auto Insurance is ranked #1 for auto insurance customer satisfaction in the Southwest by J.D. Power, 2 years in a row. And we don't take this repeat for granted, because trust isn't given, it's earned. Join the millions of satisfied drivers who choose AAA Auto Insurance. Get a quote at AAA.com/quote. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix. It's the lunch break.
Oh, here we are on a Wednesday. It is the lunch break right here on KDUS AM 1060, streaming on the free KDUS AM 1060 app, and you can watch us over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. It's Chris Schubert. Producer Evan is on the other side of the glass. And boy, what do we want to talk about today, everybody? Where should we start? Diamondbacks are playing right now. They got a nice little lead in the fifth inning. Is that where you'd like to start? We could talk about the Cardinals and how it feels very likely that Ty Simpson is going to end up in Arizona Cardinal. Is that where we want to start today? No, you know where we need to start. For the first time all season, the Suns will face a must-win game on Friday. But before that, we got to talk about last night.
Time for our top story of the day. It's the Daily Special.
114-110. The Suns blow an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. They will not be the 7th seed. They will not face the San Antonio Spurs. They have to win on Friday to then have a date with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And yes, I see you. We don't have Meltdown Mountain for the Suns, but you know what? Put it on there. Add it to the list, Producer Evan. I want it on Meltdown Mountain. The Suns blowing an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter at home in a play-in game to Portland. Catastrophe.
Would you like to put that in catastrophic?
Yes. I want it at the top of the list. And boy, whenever this show comes to an end, and hopefully not for a long time, hopefully we keep doing this for a while, the Friday, April 10th, 2026 edition of the Lunch Break may go down in history as one of the worst shows for us in terms of prediction. Do you have the clip ready to go? And I'm only going to play this because we need to laugh to stop ourselves from crying from what happened last night. Because this was us. Now, producer Evan came in this morning and he was like, I think we kind of talked about this right before like the end of the week last week. And so I was sitting back and I was listening to some of the shows last week and then I found it. And at first we thought it was producer Evan who said it. And then we thought it was me who said it. In fact, it was both of us. This is from Buy or Sell on Friday. This is us talking about who we would rather play. You want to talk about cold takes exposed here on a Wednesday. You want to talk about raising your hand saying this one's on us. This was us on Friday. Listen, I think Portland's a good team. They've got some good young pieces. I just don't know if you worry about anybody doing that to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I could drop 45 on the Suns and I wouldn't be shocked.
Right. Anybody dropping 45 on the Suns on Portland, you would be floored. Wrong. No, it wasn't 45. But Denny Avdia scored 41 last night for the Portland Trailblazers. Suns did not have an answer for him last night. Now, we can get into small ball. We can get into 11-point blown lead. We can try to cut this onion open, peel back all the layers, and talk about it all. They're missing Grayson Allen. We can talk about everything. Last night's game boils down, for me, to one thing and one thing only. The best player on the court played for Portland last night. The best player in that game last night was not the guy who has the supermax for the Phoenix Suns. The guy who was the best player and made the shots when his team needed him to get buckets was not Devin Booker. That's the takeaway. That's the issue with last night's game. That should never happen. Not against that team. And I know Portland's been playing great in the lead up to last night's game. But you had an 11-point lead with the, final 6 or 7 minutes to go in that game. And we're going to break down the entire collapse here in the next segment. But just top line, when you compare the two rosters, now it's not always going to be the case, right? It's not going to be the case when you face the Spurs. Wemby's going to be the best player on the court. When you play Denver, you're not going to have the best player. But last night, you should have the best player on the court. The guy who you gave the supermax to, the guy who this is supposed to be built around. Kevin Durant, sent out of town. Bradley Beal, waived and stretched. They didn't do the trifecta. They kept Devin Booker. They want to build around Devin Booker for moments like this. And last night, when the Suns needed him, he didn't come through. When Portland needed their guy, their best player to come through, he did. To the tune of 41 points. To the tune of big basket after big basket to help Portland claw back from that 11-point deficit. And when this game was back and forth in the final minute, he was the guy that came through. Compare for just a second, producer Evan, and we're going to do a full breakdown of the final 3 minutes of this game in the next segment. But think about this mental image. The last possession for Portland, not the dunk that they had with 0.6 of a second to go. The last possession, or the possession that put them in front, who was it that scored the basket for Portland? It was Denny taking the ball to the hoop, was it not?
Yeah, it was on a great drive and finish.
The last possession offensively for the Phoenix Suns, what was it? It was Devin Booker passing up the final opportunity. That's it. That sums up the game right there. When Portland needed a basket, who did they go to? When the Suns needed a basket, what happened? That's it. That's what the game boils down to last night. We can get into matchups and rotations and Mark Williams not being on the floor and small ball and not getting a whole lot from your bench. We can dissect all of that. Guess what? We've got all day today. We've got all day tomorrow. We've got all day Friday to do that. But to me, last night boils down to your star player didn't play like a star when you needed him to in the second half, in the fourth quarter, in the final 3 minutes. That's it. That's the story of this game. That's what happened. That's where it went wrong. And so we can have some fun We can poke fun at ourselves for how stupid that comment was on Friday. That we would be shocked, floored if somebody could drop 45 on the Suns. Well, guess what? It's exactly what Portland did. And by the way, that entire game last night was like 3 different games for the Phoenix Suns. The first half, I would say, do you remember that game they played back in the middle of March against Boston? Where they never really were they were never really out of the game, but you never really felt like they were in the game. But then the fourth quarter started and you're like, wow, they might actually win this.
Yeah, they're hanging around and they kind of come back and just kept fighting, kept creeping through.
That's how I felt about the first half of this game. It was like, wow, the Suns are only down 3 and they have not played well. Portland was knocking down every 3-pointer. The Suns weren't. Like, somehow they were only down 3 going into the half. I was like, this felt like the Boston game to me. Then the third quarter, and it wasn't a good shooting quarter for both teams, but the fight, the chaos, the energy, the end of the third, the start to the fourth, you know what that felt like? That to me felt like the first quarter against Houston. Just flying around, making plays, doing what you got to do, getting off to a hot start, what we've seen from the Suns all season long. And then the last 5 or 6 minutes of that game, maybe the last 3 minutes of that game, when that 11-point lead evaporated into thin air, it reminded me of what we've seen from this team over the last couple of weeks. But more importantly, you know what it reminded me of? All of those blown fourth quarters under Coach Bud last year. It reminded me of all of those games where they would have leads and they would just give them away.
It reminded me of that. And the other one I couldn't get out of my mind was go back to that Boston game.
Well, going the final, 3 or 4 minutes without making a basket. Right.
Yeah. And you looked inept offensively again. And we're doing the same things. And they couldn't stop anybody in the paint last night. The whole world knew on the last possession that Danny Avia was going to take it into the paint. The whole world knew.
He made that basket with 37 seconds to go to make it 109-108. Then Goodwin made the layup on the out of bounds play to make it 110-109. Avdia made the basket to make it 111-110. He got the free throw to make it a 2-point game. And then the last possession, it was not Devin Booker who took the final shot. It was Jalen Green. He missed it. The ball was bouncing around all over the place. Portland was able to move it up the court, make that basket to make it 114. But just the last 2 offensive shots for these teams. Portland, their guy had the ball, took it to the basket, got an N1. The Suns, their guy had the ball, he deferred. He passed it to somebody else. Didn't need a 3, just needed a 2 to tie. But he passed it up, drove and passed it up.
That's the story of...
it's
the story of the season, or this back half of the season for the Suns.
You pay somebody that much money. He's a supermax. He's the superstar of the team. And I am the Devin Booker defender at times on this show. But I can't defend last night. I can't excuse that in the second half or since the All-Star break. How about this? And shout out to John Voida, who's the managing editor of Bright Side of the Sun, the Suns SB Nation site. How about these statistics for you? In the fourth quarter, since the All-Star break, Devin Booker's averaging just 5 points. In the clutch, he's averaging 2.9 points. 8 turnovers in the clutch since the All-Star break. A minus 35.2 net rating. That's the supermax. That's the guy who you pay all the money to, in that moment, be the best player on the court. And in the fourth quarter last night, when it mattered, Devin Booker gave you 3 points. And all 3 points were free throws. That's what you got from your superstar when it mattered.
That's the story of the game. You want to know why you lost?
Right.
There it is.
Before we get to anything else, right there. Devin Booker in the fourth quarter went missing. Devin Booker, when his team needed him to make baskets, couldn't do it. Was 0 for 3 from the field. Only took 3 shots. And late in that game, it got very iso ball. We're not going to get into our rhythm. We're not going to do what we do best.
I don't know why they continue to do that.
No, it's over and over and over again.
We can talk about all the other stuff and them being small and not being able to defend the paint and these fourth quarter collapses. Like, why late in games do they continue to go with this iso ball? For 3 quarters, they don't do it. And for the last 5 minutes of any game over the last 3 months, they just go iso ball. Ever since the Boston game. Remember, we sat here. They lost to Boston, didn't get a bucket in the final 4 minutes, and we said, what was that? That was weird. They've never done that before in the Jordan Knott era. They have not stopped doing it since. I don't know what to do with this anymore. They're making the same mistakes.
Is it the lack of chemistry? Is it the lack of adjustments from the coaching staff? I mean, there's so many questions of what it could be, of why they continue to do this, because it's not like it's once here, once there. It's really been the through line. It's been the theme for a lot of these losses that they've suffered. You would say, what, over the last 2-3 weeks of the regular season? And there just hasn't seemed to be a fix to it. There hasn't been an adjustment made. There hasn't been a willingness to get back to what they do. And I'm sorry, but when it happens over and over and over again, you have to start to wonder what's the message? What's the coaching? Why is this still happening? And again, we're going to get to it because I can see it. It's filling up the YouTube comments. Everyone wants to talk about small ball. Guess what? Portland went small late in that game. So you didn't lose the game because you went small. They went big. And,
now, in fairness to the other side of that too, you couldn't defend the paint. Like, Portland didn't have that big of an issue. So they had felt like they had the opportunity to go small. The Suns couldn't defend the paint.
By the way, somebody should let Jordan Ott and the Phoenix Suns know. Actually, more importantly, maybe we should let Portland know, because they played 10 guys last night. Yeah. I didn't know that was allowed in the playoffs.
I didn't either.
I thought you could only play 9 guys. I thought you had to have a small rotation. Somebody should, you know what?
We should take that to the league offices.
Right. They should remove the win from the Portland Trailblazers because they play 10 guys. That's illegal in the postseason. You're not allowed to do that. That's what they did. I hope the sarcasm came through there. Portland playing 10 guys. Why couldn't Phoenix find some minutes for Rasheer Fleming or Malawich last night? Ryan Dunn got in there though, with Grayson Allen being on the side, not playing.
Yeah, let's go through it. Haywood Highsmith didn't register a minute. Fleming didn't register a minute. Malawich didn't register a minute. I'm sorry, those 3 guys have helped you. Have been some of your key contributors. Listen, I'm not saying they're everyday starters in the NBA, but those guys have been contributors in some of the big wins you've gotten over the last couple of months.
It was just a complete collapse last night. And we're going to break down that collapse here coming up on the other side. The phone number for you to join us here today on the program, 480-864-1060, if you want to weigh in on the Phoenix Suns blowing it. An 11-point lead evaporating last night in the fourth quarter, and they now face a win or go home game on Friday at home. Who they play, we don't know. We'll find out tonight, tomorrow night. Those games are tonight, right? The next 2 games?
Yeah, tonight. Tonight is Sixers, Orlando Magic, and then it is Clippers, Warriors after that. I can get those times. I imagine the first one's 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 for Orlando, Philadelphia, 7 p.m. for Golden State Clippers.
Diamondbacks are playing right now, so
they just tied at 4-4, by the way.
So you have a clean slate tonight to be able to sit down and watch that game very close, because whoever wins, it's the opponent for the Phoenix Suns on Friday in a must-win game, the first one of the season, a win or go home. When we come back, 97% chance to win with 3 minutes to go. We break down how the collapse happened next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Santana, Oneness Tour 2026. The power, the energy. Come celebrate your favorite hits from Woodstock to Supernatural and beyond. With very special guest, the Doobie Brothers. Friday, August 14th, Mortgage Matchup Center. On sale now at livenation.com.
Santana and Doobie Brothers. One Miss Tour 2026.
Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers. Sign up for a free car wash today. That's right, totally free for a limited time. Because we love what makes you shine. See website for details.
Right now at Mark Kia in Scottsdale, you can receive a 0% APR for up to 60 months on a brand new 2026 Kia EV9. That's right, 0%.
The name to remember, Mark Kia. Mark Kia, $1,667 per thousand borrowed. Offer expires May 4th, 2026.
Meineke always treats your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke's certified technicians will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care. Schedule an appointment at Meineke.com. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
When your auto insurance shows up, every call, every claim, every day, that's a win. J.D. Power has ranked AAA #1 for auto insurance customer satisfaction in the Southwest 2 years running. Get a quote at AAA.com/quote. Visit JDPower.com for details.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. Epic battle in the Bronx last night where the Yankees outlasted the Angels as two future Hall of Famers, Aaron Judge and Mike Trout, stood in the middle of the ring trading haymakers. The two three-time MVPs both hit two bombs en route to New York, walking the Angels off on a wild pitch. That was a blast. Too bad it was also a microcosm of Trout's Hall of Fame career. A legendary performance by an all-time great, but nothing to show for it except another L. But don't feel too badly for Trout. He's used to it. And he signed up for it. He's not stuck in Anaheim. He's exactly where he wants to be. Not saying the guy doesn't want to win, isn't competitive, and isn't an all-time great. He is all those things, but the ring is not the most important thing. If it was, he would have busted out of here long ago. You know, like his former teammate Shohei Ohtani did. The guy wanted the ring, the pressure, the major market, and everything that comes along with it. Trout wants none of those things, which is why he has never asked for a trade, and he never will. I'm Jim Rome.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy two qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Bierstein.
Of the 15 batters he's faced this season, Mason Miller, the closer for the Padres, 11 have struck out. That includes 9 consecutive strikeouts, all swinging. Also, when he pitched for the USA, he didn't allow any runs there. Now, I don't know if the Diamondbacks could have went out and got Mason Miller, but we know they've needed bullpen help for a while. And Padres, a team in their division, went out and obviously got the best pitcher pitching in baseball right now.
Live weekdays from 5 to 6 p.m.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. Now, I've seen the number in different spots. I've seen it. The Suns had a 97% chance to win with 3 minutes to go. Looking at the ESPN win probability, when Jalen Green hit the three-pointer to make it 105-97 with 3.5 minutes to go, they had a 93.8% probability to win. Another place that I looked was as high as 94-95% on that three. But let's just say when Jalen Green hit that shot to give the Suns an 8-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go, it was very likely that the Suns were going to win that game. In fact, it was more likely than not. It was the dominant outcome that the Phoenix Suns were going to win that game. But you know what happened, Producer Evan, after that point? After Jalen Green made that three with 3:31 to go to make it 105-97. You know what happened? The Suns went the next 3 minutes without making a shot. Jalen Green hit the three-pointer with 3.5 minutes to go to make it 105-97. The next made basket by the Suns was the Goodwin layup to make it 110-109. Their other points were via the free throw line. They went 3 minutes without a basket. Jalen Green missed a 2-point shot. Devin Booker missed a 2-pointer with 47 seconds to go. They had an offensive foul by Oso Ighodaro that gave away a possession. Booker missed the front end of 2 free throws. And by the way, it was a bad night for the Suns shooting free throws. They missed 9 of them in the game.
It's an underrated reason why they lost the game.
Sure. I mean, there's
and people really haven't been talking about it. I haven't seen much recourse on that specifically. They were horrible. And if they make 5 of them, they win the basketball game.
I mean, Booker missed a free throw with 2:12 that would have made it 107-104 instead of just making it 106-104. Jordan Goodwin missed the front end of a 1-and-1 with 32 seconds to go. I'm sorry, missed the N1 on the bucket that made it 110-109. That would have given them a 2-point lead. And so instead, Avdia could go down on the other end of the floor and make a basket that gave the Trailblazers a 1-point lead instead of it being tied. It was just a complete mess in the final 3 minutes of the game. Missed free throws, bad possessions, turning the ball over, going 3 minutes without making a shot. Made one shot the rest of the game. It was the Goodwin layup from an out-of-bounds play. That's it. You couldn't create a shot. Green was missing. Booker missed. You turned the ball over. Just a complete collapse in those final 3 minutes. And you look at the box score from the game, and you can just see it's all over the box score in the missed free throws. It's all over getting 17 points from your bench. 17 points from your bench. Trailblazers got 33 points from their bench. They outscored you by 16. Jeremy Grant gave him 16 off the bench. You had 17 as a team off the bench. They went 17 of 47 from behind the three-point line. You went 9 of 25. Didn't make enough threes. Didn't take as many threes. They were making it really difficult for you. I mean, in the fourth quarter alone, how many free throws did the Suns miss? I mean, that story should be told. In the fourth quarter, Suns missed 2 free throws. Goodwin and the Booker one. You can't miss free throws down the stretch. They're free points in a closely contested game. But you had a anywhere from 93 to 97% chance, depending on where you look. You had a 90+% chance to win the game when Green hit that 3 to make it 105-97. And then for the final 3 minutes, just like you did in Boston, just like you did in San Antonio towards the end of the season, just like we've seen way too many times here, you couldn't make a basket. You couldn't create anything. It was difficult for you. It was impossible for you to score. And that's where stars are supposed to take over. That's where, dare I say, superstars are supposed to take over. And I don't know if he's considered a superstar. If they go on a little bit of a run here and they make San Antonio sweat it out, maybe he becomes that. But it wasn't a superstar on the other end of the court for Portland, but he played like one. Led the entire game in scoring in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Scored 11 in the third. That led all scores in the third. 14 in the fourth. That led all scores in the fourth. He scored 25 points in the second half. Devin Booker in the second half scored 6 points. 4 of them at the free throw line. I mean, just a complete collapse.
A colossal fall apart. It was, I can't even fathom what happened last night. I really can't.
Jeffrey over on YouTube says, I'm not putting it on Green. He's the reason they were in that game at all. And you know what? Apologies.
I disagree with him.
Apologies to Jalen Green for us not getting to him until, the final waning seconds of the second segment of the program. I thought Jalen Green played very well last night.
I thought he was great.
Was it perfect? No. Did he have some phases, some spurts where it was a struggle? Sure.
100%.
But I got to tell you, that 4-point play to end the first half was the play that team needed, and he delivered for him.
But from help you were getting at other spots in the roster. I blame Booker for giving it up and not wanting the ball in that moment. I wouldn't have blamed Jordan Knott if they drew something up for him.
35 points for Green to lead all scorers. And then you had the foul trouble in the game. Brooks fouls out. Devin Booker has to check out of the game a couple of times. You burn a challenge to just try to earn a foul back for Book. I mean, and then that affected the way they could play defense against Avdia. I mean, it was just the final couple of minutes of that game. If the end of the fourth quarter where they came back and they took the lead, you thought they were going to survive all that. You thought they were going to play, I don't want to say poorly, but they weren't playing great up until that point, but they were in the game and they had that one surge that put them in front. Home crowd was into it. The energy was there. Once they took the 11-point lead, you thought, okay, they're going to finish this game. They're going to get out of here. We're still going to have some concerns about what this team's going to be able to do against San Antonio, but they're going to do it. They're going to get through Portland and they're going to set up a 7-game series with San Antonio. And then it just all fell apart. All fell apart. And you got outscored. It was I got to do math here. It was 105-97 with 3.5 minutes to go. So in the final 3.5 minutes, you got outscored 17-5 to close out the game.
Somehow it's even worse.
With one made basket. I mean, every way I try to slice this, it gets worse and worse. Whatever new stat I try to present, it just further shows how bad of a collapse this was. And how, I would say in the past, fairly or unfairly, but I think pretty fairly, a lot of the blame and a lot of the attention is going to go on Devin Booker for the way that game ended because he just has to play better. And we'll talk about this in the lead up to the next couple of days, but boy, is Friday an important game for Devin. Boy, is it going to. I know we talked about, and by the way, this is even more of the reason why earlier in the week I was like, let's hold off on the Suns are playing with house money conversation, because do you still feel that way now after what you saw last night?
No, you don't.
You don't feel that way at all.
And if they lose Friday, you certainly won't feel that way.
Of course not. Of course not. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. And you can also chat away with us. We got a lot of you in there today sharing your thoughts, sounding off, and we appreciate it over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, Merrill Kelly is back. The Diamondbacks bounced back in a big way yesterday. We'll break that down next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
ASU baseball this Thursday evening over on KAZG 1440. Join the Sun Devils as they start their 3-game series against BYU. Head coach Reed Bloomquist is more than ready to show off his team's talents on the diamond. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live. It's ASU versus BYU this Thursday evening. Pre-game at 4:45 p.m. and first pitch at 5 p.m. All happening over on KAZG 1440.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority bookings by calling our heroes over at Zero Res. Hey, it's Audrey. I have personal experience with Zero Res. They came in and completely made my home smell way more fresh than it did. And it's not because I smell funky. It's because, I've got pets, and I had family over during the holidays, so we'll blame it on them. And they came and completely helped change my winter blues into springtime cleans. Zero Res removes all of that winter buildup and lingering odors, giving your home a fresh, spring-ready feel, preparing your home for the brighter days ahead. And don't forget about your air ducts, because they are the lungs of your home. And if they're dirty, your indoor air quality is going to suffer. This month, get 3 rooms Zero Resified from Phoenix's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $129. And whenever you mention KDUS, receive a free hallway cleaning and take $75 off your air duct cleanings. Call Zero Res right now at 480-507-2419 or go online at ZeroResPhoenix.com and say you want the KDUS special.
Motley Crue, the return of the Carnival of Sins. September 16th, Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. The Crew celebrates the 20th anniversary of Carnival of Sins. Motley Crue, with performances by Tesla and Extreme. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Motley Crue, part of the America First Credit Union Concert Series.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Welcome back to the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you today on the show. We're keeping an eye on the Diamondbacks, who are in the bottom of the 7th against the Orioles, the finale of this series, an off day tomorrow. Now, I will tell you, producer Evan, we're on a run right now. We're on an all-time run of saying things and then backfiring.
I'm not even talking about this game.
This gives me the Braves from last year vibes.
Don't say that.
It gives me this game. We've got a lot more a story to tell in the final 3 innings of this game. Because the Diamondbacks are shorthanded in their bullpen today, it appears, as Kevin Ginkel goes out for his 2nd inning of work. I think that should tell you a little bit about where the Diamondbacks are with their bullpen today. So 5-4 in the 7th, I think Torrey's going to – he's got 9 outs to get, and it's going to be an adventure. So you may want to buckle up for that one. But I don't want us to lose sight of yesterday. And it was the return of Merrill Kelly to this rotation. And I don't know about you, producer Evan, but exactly what you expect from Merrill Kelly. And I think – in many ways, exactly what we said he would bring to this team, just kind of hey, we're going to forget about the day prior where we had a catastrophe, and setting the Diamondbacks up for right now being able to do exactly what we said. Hey, could you win the final 2? You go 6-3 on this road trip. It'll be on Meltdown Mountain. We'll always remember it. We'll always, look at it. But it's just a drop in the bucket because you won the next 2. You won a 3rd straight series. You went 6-3 on this road trip. Your bullpen bounced back yesterday. And you can feel good about it, right? I mean, that's what Merrill Kelly brought to the table yesterday, being you hear the phrase in baseball, the stopper, right? The guy that doesn't allow things to compound when you're in the middle of a losing streak. He's the guy that doesn't let it get worse. He's the guy that gets it back on track. He's the ace of the team. He's the number 1 guy. And yesterday, Merrill Kelly checked every one of those boxes. And I think him going deeper into games is just going to develop over time, right? He didn't get a full spring. He had to do some minor league rehab stuff, was working on the backfield. So there's still a ramp up for him. And we'll see that as the season progresses. But first time through for Merrill Kelly, first start of the year. How do you not grade it out as an A+ and you feel really good about the state of this rotation for this team right now, right? Erod was okay today, really had trouble with the command, so that knocked him out of the game early, but he battled. Zach Allen's been good. Ryan Nelson's been good. Mike Soroka's been good. And now you add Merrill Kelly, who looked good yesterday. And so it's one of those things where, producer Evan, am I foolish for saying that right now, with the 5 guys that the Diamondbacks have in their rotation, you feel good about their ability to at least be in games with each of those 5 guys?
I don't think you're foolish in saying that at all.
Like right now, your confidence level is pretty strong.
Every one of them has given the D-backs a chance to win. I think Erod had his worst start of the year today.
And I wouldn't even say it was. I wouldn't even say it was awful.
It wasn't even bad. He gave the team a chance to win. I mean, they have the lead in the 7th. He gave the team a chance to win. I mean, we'll see how it plays.
I'm a little nervous.
But out of the 5 starters, I'm confident every time they touch the mound that I think right now they give you a chance to win. I mean, Mike Soroka gave up 4 in the 1st in Philadelphia. All of us held our breath and were like, settle down. Got just 6 or 7 innings. You got through that game.
Right. Your aces, your frontline starters, they're not only supposed to give you a chance to win, but they're supposed to dominate, and it's supposed to always turn into a victory. Your number 4, your number 5 starters, it's, can you keep me in the game? Can you give me a chance? And that is the floor right now for every single one of these starters.
Man, what is Pete arguing about?
You got distracted.
Well, he is upset.
He is red hot. By the way, I want to make sure we get to this because I don't have another baseball segment on the docket here today. It's Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball. Love seeing everybody wearing 42. It's
an awesome day. And a few years back, they did the change that made it the blue numbers, like the old Dodgers numbers on every jersey, which I love.
Yeah, it's nice.
Really, really great day.
All right. I'm feeling a little testy today, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to open this can of worms. I'm upset with somebody over on the YouTube chat because we spent the first 2 segments of the show. We rarely do the back-to-back the way that we just did to open the show about the Suns collapsing, okay? Because it was a disaster, catastrophe. It's the top of Meltdown Mountain, and the Meltdown Mountain isn't even for that sport. That's how bad it was. But now I've got John over there saying, well, Merrill Kelly walked more guys than he struck out. Okay. It's the first start of the year. They won the baseball game. Can we pick maybe a different day to do this?
He went 5 2/3, gave up 2.
Can we pick a different day to nitpick a guy's, score line as a starter? Can we maybe wait until September when he's made 20-something starts to do this? The Suns collapsed. Now you want to tell me, Merrill Kelly wasn't that good because he walked more guys than he struck out. That's what you want to do today. That's where we want to focus our attention when we just spent the last half an hour plus breaking down a team having an 11-point lead and collapsing.
No.
I told you I'm getting the feeling that this is going to be that Braves game. It's just going to be.
Well, I mean, nobody hit a ball hard in this inning. Poor Kevin Ginkel. Kevin Ginkel's going to have like a 12 ERA this year.
I can tell you what his ERA is right now.
I mean, it's above 6. I know when he came into the game today, it was 6.5.
It is a 6.43 ERA right now, I believe.
So I mean, he just gave up a run, hasn't gotten it out yet. So
yeah, so we're in for an adventure here the rest of this game, and producer Evan will keep us updated. John says it's not an A+ outing, it's an A-. Again, really, this is what you want to do today. I love you, John. I love you. I love everybody who chats and interacts with us on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. I love you all. But really, that's what you want to do today. You want to go, no, it's not an A+, it's an A-. For the team that actually won yesterday.
Listen,
the team that actually did what they're supposed to do.
I'm kind of with John. I think it's closer to an A-. Listen, John and we got a history in the YouTube chat. I'm agreeing with him right now.
Yeah, but that's just because you're trying to butter him up. You're trying to get him on your good side. That's all that is.
I don't think it is. Listen.
It's fake. It's not real what you're doing. I'm going to call it out. It's not real.
But comparatively, yesterday, on the positives, on a non-joking side in the positives, they gave you a buy or sell. Could he give you 4 innings? I didn't know how many innings he was going to give.
Right. I mean, only threw 86 pitches, right? And so they're being very careful with him.
Correct.
And, I don't know if maybe it's 2 more starts before you can see him, push 100, 105, 110 if the start dictates it. Because, again, you got to play the long game here. And you got to have him in August and September. Just like you hope to have Zach Gallen in August and September. The same thing with Corbin Burns when he comes back. You want him to be able, he's going to be limited on his innings this year. You want him to be able to meaningfully contribute when we get to the summer months, right? And so, listen, I think yesterday, he missed a couple turns through the rotation, made the start yesterday. I think he looked really good. I think in general, you feel comfortable with him being back in the rotation, and he's only going to get better. He had to knock off the rust, dust off the cobwebs, and he delivered a start that gave the Diamondbacks a chance to win. That's exactly what they did, and he was the steady hand that they needed in that game yesterday because they went down in that game early 2-0 after the collapse of last night, but he settled down. They battled back, had the 4-run fifth. That was all they needed. A shout out to the bullpen, who did a nice job as well. Thompson and Seawald with the 6th save. I mean, this dude just keeps piling up saves. Just piling them up.
But if he comes in a non-save opportunity,
it hasn't been good.
It has not been good. But you have a 1-run lead in the 9th. Here comes Paul.
He's leading all of baseball in saves. All of baseball.
I'm telling you, he can blow the next 6. He's the D-backs closer.
Well, if he blows 6 in a row, I think we're going to have a conversation. But in general, he has earned himself a little bit of a longer leash.
I agree.
When we started the year, we were like, okay, how long's the leash going to be? And we said, you're going to probably get through April, right? We're getting to the middle of April. He has till at least Memorial Day in mind.
Oh, yeah. He's got a lot more. He has a lot more to play with than he did 3 weeks ago.
Of course. Yeah, because he's been so good in these save situations for this team. Merrill Kelly returned to the rotation yesterday. I think he delivered exactly the start the team needed. They won. They're trying to win again today to complete the series win against the Orioles to end this road trip 6-3. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. Producer Evan, it's been a while since we've done this. I want to hand out some blame pie for the collapse last night of the Phoenix Suns. We'll do it next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag is out, and the NASCAR Cup Series is racing.
Returns to Kansas Speedway.
From turn 2, Brad Keselowski, the second-place automobile, is in the fence.
Will Kyle Larson win his 3rd straight spring race in the Heartland?
If dominating a race was a crime, Kyle Larson would get the electric chair today.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Live this Sunday at 10 a.m. on KACG 1440 and the KDUS 1060 app.
This is Michael with Restore My Civil Rights. I made a lot of poor decisions in my past that had lifelong consequences. After I was released from prison for the last time in 2014, I discovered the process to have my convictions dismissed and all of my rights restored, including my Second Amendment rights. Since achieving this for myself in 2018, our attorney has assisted over 3,000 others in doing the same. If you are still living under the consequences of past mistakes and would like to restore your rights as I have, visit RestoreMyCivilRights.com and book a free consultation today.
My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade 2026. Live at Chase Field, September 6th, 2026. With special guest, Jimmy Eat World. Get tickets now at livenation.com. For more, visit mychemicalromance.com.
Today's letter is A. A is for affordability. A is for attainable, accessible, and adding a Toyota to your driveway. For afternoon errands, AM commutes, and adventures across the valley. For carpools and coffee runs, weekend plans, and all the miles ahead. Across the lineup, these are the A's that add up. Toyota, the A in affordability. Right now, get 4.99% for 72 months on a new 2026 Camry or Corolla. Or get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on Tundra. Or 3.99% for 60 months on Tacoma. See your Valley Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. 4.99% financing with $1,887 for 1,000 bar for 60 months. 2.99% financing with $1,519 for 1,000 bar for 72 months. 3.99% financing with $1,841 for 1,000 bar for 60 months. Zero down payment if you qualify. Offers exclude TRD Pro models and N5426. See dealer for details.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Tom Izzo, Michigan State head basketball coach.
I've had more than a couple job offers in the NBA and looked at one last year with Phoenix, and my former player, Matt Ispia. And that was hard. That was a hard thing to turn down because, number one, I kind of wanted to go with him.
Wait, so they offered you the head coaching job?
Well, we talked seriously about it. Let's say that.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
Back to wrap up hour number 1 here of the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. We're spending a lot of time on it. The collapse last night by the Phoenix Suns. And you know what that collapse has forced us to do, producer Evan? It's forced us to dust off a segment that we only do during football season. We don't give out blame pie for basketball or baseball. We don't even give out blame pie for ASU football. The blame pie is reserved for the Arizona Cardinals and the Arizona Cardinals only, but I'm making an exception today because I think last night deserves some blame pie. I'm going to need your help with this. It's one of those things we have to work on together. We have to agree on this. 100% to divvy up amongst everybody from last night. Where should we start? Who deserves the most blame for last night's collapse?
It's got to be Devin.
Okay, so Devin leading the clubhouse. Does that mean he gets...
Right, do you agree?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the only points he scored in the fourth quarter were what? The free throws?
Correct.
He only scored 6 points in the second half. He only scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. He only took 3 shots. Yeah, he deserves most of the blame. Now, is it 50%? Is it 60%? Is it that much of the blame? Or is it, he's going to get 40% of the blame and that's just going to be the largest piece of pie? I may want to go 50% just on Devin Booker.
I was going to say, I think it's above 50%. I would be fine giving him 50, 55%.
Let's go 50 right now and see if we need to make some changes. I think Jordan Ott.
I think it's 20%.
Goes number 2 on the list. You want to go 20%? You want to see what that math looks like? All right, so now we got 30% to divvy up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You okay over there?
Yeah, my mouse died.
Oh, no. Does that impact what does that impact? Because I'm
a touchscreen.
No, but in fairness, you have 3 different.
It's my computer that I would.
Okay, so it doesn't
do research.
So I mean,
you
can still hit everybody with you're supposed to be better prepared. You can still
100%.
Okay, all right. So we are going to have some of those tough conversations.
When we're giving out blame pie, 100%. I can do all that.
Okay, so we're still mostly operational.
We are almost wholeheartedly operational here. We're just gonna have to get Mike here in a break.
I don't. I saw Mike. It looked like he was leaving, so you may have to wait till tomorrow. I don't know. You'll have to check during the break. Jordan Ott 20%. I think the bench in general. And you score what is it? 7? What did I say? 17 points.
Correct.
The math I did. You score 17 points as a bench. I mean, I need more than you. I need more from you than that. You want to give 15% to the bench? That gives us another 15% to give to other people. And who else is a leading candidate?
Leading candidates for me include
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks was bad last night.
Fouling out of the game. I don't want to say Dylan Brooks was bad last night.
It wasn't good.
He scored 20. He made all of his free throws.
That's
okay. All right. I'm just trying to.
That's what our new bar.
I'm just trying to figure out. We may have to give more blame to Devin Booker then, because if we're going to give,
I legit think that Devin Booker should have 60% of this thing.
Okay, so if you want to go to 60, that puts us at 95, and so we can give somebody else 5% of the blame. You want to give? I mean, I think all of the bench guys: Royce O'Neal, Oso, Colin Gillespie, and Ryan Dunn. They're all accounted for already.
In the bench, you don't think any of them you would give
individual to? No, I don't think so. I
would have liked to see them use Mark Williams more.
Okay, so is that Mark Williams' fault or is that Jordan Ott's fault?
It's Jordan Ott's fault.
So do you want to split some of the blame there?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Mark Williams only got 22 minutes last night.
He was not on the court to close the game.
I think that was a mistake.
They went small, which is what they do. So is that more blame to Jordan Ott?
I do. I think it is more.
So we go 25% for Jordan Ott?
So what are we at now?
So that would give us Devin Booker 60% blame, Jordan Ott 25% blame, and then the bench 15% blame.
I think that's fair.
Does that feel like the culprits of last night's game? I mean, I think Devin deserves the majority and a significant majority because he is the superstar. He's getting paid all that money. I'm sorry, the expectations, the pressure, that comes with the territory. When you sign the Supermax, when you are the highest paid player, when your organization undergoes a major renovation in the summer and you're the guy left over, you're just viewed as the guy that's supposed to come through in these moments. You're the guy that's supposed to, lift everybody up and lead them through this battle and beat Portland, right? That's what it's supposed to be. And he didn't. He fell short. He scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. They were all free throws. He passed up the final shot. Sorry, I want to go down with Booker making that final shot. So, yes, he's going to get 60% of the blame. Jordan Ott, 25% of the blame because it felt like he was swimming upstream the entire game. Felt like he didn't have answers for a lot of the stuff Portland was doing. And it felt like late going to that small lineup again did not help them. It didn't help them in the final 3 minutes, and he just does it over and over and over again. And sure, maybe it looks different this time than it did last time, but it's the small ball lineup that leads to a loss. It's the small ball lineup that leads to these large stretches at the worst possible times for this team without a basket. And then the bench, because you got basically nothing from them. And you got outscored 33-17 just in bench points. I mean, Portland's bench played a role. Sharp hit a couple of big threes. Grant knocked down some big shots. Those two combined for 27, and that's just two guys on Portland's 5-person bench. Jordan Ott also gets some blame, part of that 25%, because of his stubbornness with this 9-man rotation, because you saw a team last night run and it wasn't just like a 10-man where somebody got like 6 minutes, and I'm cherry picking. The guy on the bench that played the least amount of minutes for the Portland Trailblazers was Chris Murray. He played 12. He played a full quarter's worth of minutes. So he used 10 guys and used them pretty well in that game last night. So I don't know if you give Mark Williams, singular blame. I don't know if you give Dylan Brooks singular blame. I think these are the three main culprits. It's Devin Booker, it's Jordan Ott, and it's
Devin Booker was better. They win the game, period.
Yeah, of course.
End of the conversation.
Yeah, if Devin Booker was better, they win the game, yes. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to blame Jalen Green at all.
He doesn't deserve any of the blame.
Thought he was their best player. Not going to get on him for missing that final shot. It's a pretty clean look.
Didn't fall, period.
Right. It's kind of the story of the first half of the game for the Suns. Portland was getting stuff to fall, and the Suns were not, especially in that second quarter where Portland made that push.
Just so frustrating last night. Last night was so frustrating because you watched the same things.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't different.
Yeah, I think now I'm sitting here thinking, do I want to give more blame to Jordan Ott?
Because
you went small again.
All right, how about this?
Again, you went small. It hasn't worked.
How about we go
Give me a night where it worked, where they were the better team when they went small.
How about we go 60 for Booker, 30 for Ott, 10 for the bench?
I think that's fair.
I took 5% away from the bench, and I added it to Jordan Ott. Yeah, and I think it's one thing if they lose that game and they get to that loss in a different way than what we've watched for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But you're right. It's the same thing. We've been watching the same thing. We've been watching the same movie for 2.5, 3 weeks now, if not longer.
And again, and again. And it's like, I just don't know what to say anymore other than like they refuse to not go small. It just hasn't worked for them. And I don't know, like I'm trying to, in my head, come up with a situation or a time this year where them going small has given them a clear advantage. I can't think of one.
John wants to go 75, 15, 10. 75 for Booker, 15 for Ott, 10 for the bench. I think that's letting Jordan off.
I was going to say, I don't blame you for wanting to put that much blame on
Booker, but I think you're letting
I just think you're
Jordan
letting
Ott
off a little easy because I thought Jordan Ott was I'll say it, but I thought he was bad last night. I thought he was terrible.
Some of the defensive matchups didn't work at times that he had.
Jordan Ott last night,
the alignment.
Not aligned.
Really the first time that we've made that claim before, that we were that misaligned with Jordan Ott. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. And now they've got a must-win game on Friday. I think we'll settle with the 60 for Booker, the 30% for Ott, and the 10% for the bench. But that's your blame pie for last night's epic collapse by the Phoenix Suns. We got to talk about the Arizona Cardinals and Ty Simpson. We've got a really good dueling drafts for you today. But we start hour number 2 with a little buy or sell, and we'll do it next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Arizona lawyer will handle Arizona cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
This ain't pop. This ain't pretty. This is Southern hospitality. The Black Crows, Whiskey Myers, blues-soaked guitars, outlaw swagger. Rock and roll the way it was meant to be. Loud, raw, and real. The Southern Hospitality Tour. The Black Crows, Whiskey Myers. Saturday, August 15th, Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
Hey, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. An engagement ring might be one of life's biggest purchases. That's why our rings come with an all-inclusive free lifetime warranty that gives you peace of mind without any fine print. How can we offer such an incredible warranty? We take pride in crafting our rings with care and stand behind our quality craftsmanship. After all, this is a family heirloom you'll own forever. Bring in your ring for cleaning, resizing, and repairs anytime you want. We'll make sure it's as sparkly and secure as the day you bought it, fixing prongs, replacing side stones, and so much more. This type of maintenance could cost you $2,000 or more somewhere else. Under our warranty, it's all free. We even protect your diamond. Other warranties don't. Our rings are crafted to last. But in the rare case you lose your diamond, we'll replace it. At Shane Company, your engagement ring purchase isn't just a one-time transaction. We're here to be your jeweler for life, because a friend always has your back. Come by to learn more in store or visit shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
When I scraped my car in that parking garage, I was worried that it could be a long process to take care of it. Like a landscaper's first day trimming a hedge maze.
I have definitely already been here. Now, was it left, right, or right, left? Well, maybe I'll cut a path out and find my way back later.
But it wasn't like that. I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app, and they handled it from there. It was taken care of almost as quickly as it happened.
It feels good to get help quick. It feels good to Geico.
Little Dealer, Little Prices is cleaning house during our spring cleaning RV sale. Shop motorhomes up to 50% off MSRP. Fifth wheels from $39,995 and travel trailers from $11,995. Plus, get a free 12-point inspection. Shop or schedule service today at Little Dealer, Little Prices. Terms and conditions may apply. See dealer for details.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
Hour number 2 of the lunch break, right here on KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you today here on the show. Spent a lot of time in hour number 1 talking about the Suns and their collapse last night, and I have a really bad feeling that it's going to be the central focus of today's Buy or Sell. Feel like, because the way I've structured the second hour of the program is I'm trying to cleanse the palate a little bit. And I got a bad feeling that that's not going to be the case.
I got to be honest with you.
Oh,
Not really?
So we got it out of our system.
I don't know what is going on with this computer.
Oh, no.
I mean, we are having trouble. I just need to stop. Come on.
Do you need a second? I mean, what? How can I assist?
I mean, I am.
What can I do here?
Okay.
I feel very helpless.
Merrill Kelly.
I feel like there was nothing I could do there to fix this.
There was nothing you could
If
have
that
done.
computer didn't work, we would have
been on the air. I would have just had to pull up Buy or Sell on my phone and read it.
Right. I mean, it would have been a disaster. I mean, you got to do something, right? I mean, I would have just been like, hey, you're supposed to be better prepared. Right. We weren't.
But don't worry.
We're okay.
I got it fixed because.
What if we just took a shot? We're firing today.
Merrill Kelly will need to get through at least 3 starts before they use him to his full ability, meaning 100+ pitches.
I'll tentatively buy this. I do think they're going to play it careful. And so I think they're going to avoid massive amounts of pitches here in the early part of the season. But if he's cruising and he starts an inning with 85 pitches and it takes him over 100 to get out of it, I think they'll let him go. I don't think there's going to be some hard and fast rule where 100 pitches he's coming out no matter what. But I think they would much rather him not go more than 100 on a regular basis.
By the way, it'll be Ryan Thompson.
So you're good. You were very concerned in the break, just to pull the curtain back a little bit, very concerned in the break about Paul Sewald pitching the bottom of the ninth because it would have been a non-save situation.
In which case, wouldn't have gone well. Ryan Thompson versus the top of the order here in the bottom of the ninth in 85-5.
So we'll keep you updated on that as the hour moves along. Got to tell you, nothing better than a little morning baseball.
Nothing better. A 9:35 start.
It's great.
On this one.
It's great.
The Cardinals are over 60% likely to draft Ty Simpson.
You could probably go higher on the percentage too.
LaFleur.
Yeah, I mean 65%,
70, 80, 90.
And we're going to talk about it later this hour. Boy, it just feels it feels just
I just wanted to be clear. I mean, that means you're saying right now at 100%, you're saying they draft Ty Simpson. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to yesterday we gave you the Daniel Jeremiah podcast clip, the Rappaport report on Rich Eisen. I'm going to give you two more things today that we keep rowing the boat in this direction, and it's hard to ignore. Very hard to ignore.
The Suns will once again try to go small in Friday's second play-in game.
I'm sorry. Well, because
when do they not?
Right. What evidence, what data do we have
that would lead
that
you to
tells
believe the
us
other way?
that Friday is going to be the day that it changes? Because it should have changed games ago. But it hasn't. So what makes us think that it's going to be different on Friday?
Nothing. Nothing should make us feel that way.
So, yeah, they're going to continue to go small. It's been their MO all season long.
Last night was a huge win for the NBA. Both games being really good.
Yeah. Both came down to the wire.
And I think the play-in, while fun, it's a little bit of slack. And I give it kind of the criticism because, listen, the 10-9 game, like we have 10 of 15 teams in a conference.
I will tell you, but Heat Hornets last night was pretty good.
And that's what it was. You get a great game last night.
Also, can we weigh in on the Bam Adebayo? What are we doing?
Your thoughts?
I mean, I think he clearly pulls his ankle and tries to.
He certainly does. I think he was upset he didn't drop 83. What a pick by Ketel Marte that was.
You are very distracted in today's show. That's the one bad thing about baseball being on, is you are just keeping you like this. I'm going to take full advantage of you in the draft today because you're going to be distracted. Now, I've got the game on in here, but I'm able to,
Well, can I be honest with you?
Okay.
You have to look backwards to see your.
I mean, it's in my every.
You have to look like this.
No, but that's not entirely true because
if I'm looking at you, I'm watching the game.
Right, but the same thing goes for me. I'm normally always looking at either the camera or you. It's right here. It's right here. I can see it.
Look at the TV. If you were to stare at the center of the TV, so we can get
of my TV,
of your TV.
That's how I'd have to sit.
You're completely around.
Yeah.
See, like on the YouTube, everybody, I'm watching the TV cleanly right now.
Well, they're seeing a side profile of me that they don't normally see. They don't
Correct.
see this side.
Correct.
Because I'm normally the other way.
But yeah, huge win last night for the NBA. Win or lose today, this road trip has been a huge success for the Diamondbacks.
You went to New York, you went to Philly, you went to Baltimore. This result notwithstanding, at worst you went 5-4. You potentially went 6-3. All I heard was how tough the beginning of the year was going to be, how difficult the schedule was going to be. They were going to have a losing record. They were going to be the worst team in baseball. They're anything but that. The bullpen's been mostly okay. You got Merrill Kelly back. It looks like you're going to get some good health news here. I wonder if Lourdes Gurriel is right around the corner. I know you lost Pavin Smith. They moved him to the 60-day IL. So best case scenario is you're going to see him in probably like June, July. And you're basically doing this with some of your best hitters not even hitting yet.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is a great road trip for this team. How
we feel about Jordan Knott would likely ride on Friday's result.
No. What I do think, I'm going to trip over this wire underneath me. We got problems in here now, too.
Oh, no.
Hold on. I'm trying to move my chair.
What is happening over there?
My computer wires.
For those who can't,
all right, we're good.
Watch the show on YouTube. Chris is looking down.
We're fine. We're back.
Kicking around over there.
We're good. Well, I like to get closer to the equipment so I can push buttons, and I felt like I was leaning back. You're supposed to be better prepared, right, and I was not. I think Friday won't be that because we're all slowly kind of getting there. Now, I still think Jordan Knott's a good coach, and I think he's going to learn from all this. And I think with the roster probably going to look a little different with the moves that they make in the summer. I don't know if we'll have this same exact problem next year, but I think we've already kind of started to be like, well, why are we not making the adjustment here? Like, why are we being kind of stubborn a little bit with our philosophy? Because that's concerning, but it's still his first year. So it's still, relatively speaking, in my mind, too small of a sample size to say we definitively know how Jordan Knott wants to coach or doesn't want to coach. I think we have a good framework. I think we have a good base layer. But I think as this roster evolves and as he evolves as a head coach, it may look different. Like, you know what Eric Spoelstra wants to do as a head coach.
Correct.
You know what Steve Kerr wants to do as a head coach, right? Like, you know. Jordan Knott, do we actually know? We have some tendencies, but is that it's just his first year?
83 games in, we don't really know. And 83 games without a healthy roster for most of it.
Is he coaching this way because he thinks this is the best way to use this roster? Or is he coaching this way because this is his philosophy? Or is it a blend of the two? We actually don't know the answer to that question because he's only coached 83 games.
With one roster.
Right,
like you see it with Spoelstra and some of the other guys you brought up because you've seen them develop with, 5 different rosters, 6 different rosters and say like, okay, here's how we want to do it. With this group of guys, with that group of guys. We haven't seen Jordan Knott coach anybody but this group of guys.
And let me just be on record now. This group of guys is going to be different next year.
100%.
I don't think Mark Williams is
I was going to say, I don't think they'll have Mark Williams.
Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal might not be here next year. I mean, there may be some significant changes.
I think they're, not wholesale changes. Devin Booker, I think, will still be here. I'm pretty confident in saying that. But
talk to me after Friday. That's where I'm at right now. Talk to me after Friday.
No, it's still a successful season.
Because I'm going to tell you right now. He has another clunker. He has another stinker. They lose. We are going to have some of those tough conversations.
No, I get it.
We are.
I mean, they lose and he's bad again.
Sorry, you can't ignore it.
The questions are going to be asked.
And I think deservedly so. By the way, Diamondbacks have taken a 7-5 lead.
Yes.
In the top of the 10th. So
they got the all-important second run.
Save number 7 on the radar for Paul Sewald. Paging the MLB leader in saves. Are you available today, sir?
Paging Mr. Sewald.
Yes. Are you available today?
Oh, my. This team, man, I don't know how they do it some days.
I said to you in the morning meeting, today, in general, it's been a lot of smoke and mirrors. I mean, they got guys in the lineup that are just somehow finding their way. Like, Ildemaro Vargas is still hitting over 400. I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know how they do it. But they find ways constantly. And I mean, Jose Fernandez, right? Like Ildemaro Vargas. Like I don't know.
Well, Rosa had a big hit today.
Rosa with another double. Like everything he hits if he gets a hit, it's an extra base hit.
Yeah, they're just finding ways to win in the early part of the season, which you can't ask for any more than that when you know they're shorthanded in some departments, and they are just fine. And they've got guys that are struggling to start the year, but they are just grinding it out and finding ways to win. And this does a lot for the clubhouse, does a lot for the mental makeup of the team, because there's just going to be this inherent belief that we can do it every day, no matter who we got.
Yeah, and how do you not believe that?
Right, with what they've been doing in the early part of the season.
Maxi Hanachor will be a top 20 pick next Thursday.
Sorry.
Do you want to hear my take on it?
Okay.
And I'm interested if you feel this way. Maxi Hanachor in this draft is the first pure tackle.
Because you think some of the other guys are going to have to kick inside to guard?
Correct.
I mean, there is certainly that concern about a couple of these guys.
I mean, talk about the guys right at the top. I think that's a concern for Maui Noah.
Yeah, although there's just a lot that
he does a lot well.
Yeah, and there is this thought that he's just going to be a plug and play right tackle. So, yeah, maybe Ihanachor is the first true tackle, but I don't know if that means he's going to go
in the top 20. He's been a late climber.
He has, and I don't think it's crazy.
No, it's certainly possible.
But like, where does
top 30?
Well, I'm just trying to think here, right? I think Maui Noah goes inside the top 10. Where does Spencer Fano go?
Fano probably in the top 15. I got to tell you,
where does Caden Proctor
if Fano
go?
goes if Fano goes 10, or if he goes 11, then that moves Maxi Hanachor up the board.
Right. Where does Caden Proctor go? Where does what's the Georgia kid's name? Freeland?
Correct.
Where does he go? Right? I mean, these are the...
And how many of these guys, is there any of these guys that Max could jump?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. So
it's all about how one specific team feels about Maxi Hanachor.
So for the moment, I'll sell the idea of him going top 20, but I don't think it's
not impossible.
Yeah, I don't think it's impossible.
Jeremiah Love will be a top 5 pick.
If he doesn't go to the Cardinals at 3, definitely feels like Tennessee could be in play at 4.
He said the thing.
I mean, I can't ignore it. Just like I can't ignore the Ty Simpson stuff. I can't ignore that Jeremiah
What if they
Love,
walk away from this draft? They trade back to 12.
Oh, well, no. You know what I'm thinking about? What?
And they go receiver.
No.
And they go quarterback.
Now, how about this? There's a world where their first round in a week and a day is Jeremiah Love and Ty Simpson, and they end the first night of the draft without an offensive lineman and without an edge guy. And I think I would break the monitor in front of me.
Can I say something?
Can
I say something? They would sell tickets. They would sell jerseys.
Yeah. It's just so painful because you know that's in the calculation.
People would be in the seats. I would have brand new red jersey. Did you get the white J Love or did you get the red Ty Simpson?
How about this? This is how strongly I feel about this. If they take Jeremiah Love number 3 overall, I will buy a Jeremiah Love jersey.
Okay.
That's how much I don't think it's going to happen, and that's how much I don't want it to happen.
So, okay, just clarifying, wrapping this up, tying a bow on it. If Jeremiah Love goes to the Arizona Cardinals, you will buy...
At number 3.
Okay.
Specifically with the number 3 pick.
If they take Jeremiah Love at number 3, you will buy a J Love jersey. Do you want a specific color?
If they hold on, because now this may twist into not being an actual punishment for me. If they sell a Jeremiah Love of the desert, whatever.
Yeah. What are those called?
Whatever those were called. If they sell
the rivalry jerseys.
Yes. If they sold. Because can I still get those? This is how we're going to close by ourselves today, and we're way over time. I don't care.
Yeah, you can still get them. I think.
You think?
I don't think they were a 1-year thing. That'd be dumb if they were.
Well,
I don't like the 1-year jerseys.
I can get Arizona Cardinals Crocs if I want those.
Nice. You should get those.
So, all right. So jerseys.
Are more teams getting rivalry jerseys?
Okay, so I can do a custom one. I can do a custom one.
Whoa. The Commanders got new jerseys?
That's not what we're doing here.
These are hot.
So I can do a custom one and just have him put his number and name on the back if need be.
Perfect.
That's what I'll do.
It's also not draft night, so like
this is going to set me back some dollars. I don't know if I'm glad that I
well, don't
committed to
worry
this.
because again, tying the bow on it is if the Carolina Panthers select Jordan Tyson,
you're getting me a Jordan Tyson jersey.
I'm getting us both Jordan Tyson jerseys.
That's going to set you back $4 bills. This rivalry's jersey, custom, $209. But what a plot twist! Paul Sewald's not going for number 7.
It's a 3-run save though now.
I know.
Nolan Arenado knocked it around.
I know, but you know what the problem now is? What did I say in the first hour of the show? I felt like this was going to be the Atlanta game. And now my guy's on the mound to try to shut the door, and now I've doomed them. Because we've had a bad run here on the show of just dooming everybody that we like. We doomed the Suns on Friday. We doomed Gabby Moreno on Friday. I mean, we're dooming everybody. And so now I'm going to doom Juan Murillo here in the bottom of the 10th. Oh, boy. Is that it? Is that all you have in by yourself? Okay.
The long version of by yourself.
Well, it happens. We were looking up jerseys and stuff. Yeah, it was okay. When we come back, it's a Wednesday, which means we've got a dueling draft, and I think this was a YouTube suggestion. We're going to draft the best sports months on the calendar. We'll do it next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RT O'Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RT O'Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
If you're hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, everything can change fast. That's when the attorneys at Sweet James step in. They help you understand your rights, connect you with medical care, and pursue the compensation you may be entitled to. You don't pay anything unless your case is resolved successfully, and help is available 24 hours a day. If you've been injured, call Sweet James for a free case review. Hablamos Español. 800-900-0000. 800-900-0000. SweetJames.com. This advertisement is paid for by Sweet James LLP. Responsible attorney, Bobby Tekevi. Offices in California. No guarantee of results.
John Mellencamp. Dancing Words Tour. The greatest hits. August 9th. Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. John Mellencamp, part of the America First Credit Union Concert Series.
Meineke's highly skilled and certified technicians always treat your car like it's their own. With over 50 years of experience, Meineke will diagnose and fix any issue with precision and care using the best state-of-the-art equipment. You can always depend on Meineke to do the job right and get you back on the road in no time. Save time and schedule an appointment now. Visit Meineke.com today. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Monument Valley? Check. Grand Canyon? Check. Sedona? Check. Camelback? Check. Think you've seen it all in Arizona? Well, if you haven't been fishing, you haven't seen a thing. From ponds and reservoirs to rivers and lakes, our state has no shortage of ways to cast a line for beginners and pros. And a fishing license is your passport to all of them. Get your license at azgfd.gov and discover a whole new way to see Arizona.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. The Cleveland Browns don't just have a quarterback problem. They have a collection of quarterback problems. Right now, it feels like a room full of maybes without a single answer. Deshaun Watson hasn't resembled the player that they thought they were getting from Houston. Behind him, youth hasn't been served. Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, they endured the kind of rookie seasons that raised more questions than provided answers. The result, 5 wins. So when GM Andrew Berry talks about adding more competition, it shouldn't be considered just noise. It's necessity, because this is what teams without a franchise quarterback are supposed to do. Keep swinging. Take on a reclamation project. Spend a late round pick. Add bodies. Add options. Add as much competition as possible. Patience sounds admirable until it costs decision makers their jobs. And in Cleveland, waiting for this group to suddenly become the answer isn't a plan. It's a risk, and one that rarely pays off. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. These days, everybody's searching for ways to save on insurance, scrolling comparison sites, digging through tips, chasing deals. But Liberty Mutual makes it simple. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance to save you money. And when you bundle, those savings really start to come through. It's insurance built for real people with a team that helps you keep what matters most, money. No hassle, just confidence that your coverage is customized with savings in mind. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. A personal question. Have you ever wiped with a piece of dry, single-ply toilet paper and wondered, is this as good as it gets? Well, it's not. It's a whole lot better thanks to the wet, extra-large cleaning power of Dude Wipes. They comfortably clean up whatever toilet paper leaves behind. You can make the trade of the season. Switch from toilet paper and start experiencing the confident clean of Dude Wipes. Available at Amazon and at major retailers nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down.
Join in on the Sports Zoo with Dave Rooster Bierstein.
Of the 15 batters he's faced this season, Mason Miller, the closer for the Padres, 11 have struck out. That includes 9 consecutive strikeouts, all swinging. Also, when he pitched for the USA, he didn't allow any runs there. Now, I don't know if the Diamondbacks could have went out and got Mason Miller, but we know they've needed bullpen help for a while. And Padres, a team in their division, went out and obviously got the best pitcher pitching in baseball right now.
Live weekdays from 5 to 6 p.m.
What a finish to the road trip for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Welcome back into the lunch break here on KDUSA M 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you. It's an 8-5 win in extras. The Diamondbacks go 6-3 on this road trip. They win series in New York, in Philadelphia, in Baltimore. 3 straight series wins on the road, 6-3. Juan Murillo picks up the save. It's Adrian Del Castillo, the big hero, with the 2-run homer in the top of the 10th. And boy, you got to be feeling good right now about the Arizona Diamondbacks. Okay, it's time for a dueling draft here on today's Wednesday, right? Wednesday. And I believe I think Code suggested this. I don't remember, but I think it was him.
I like this one. I'm excited about this one.
We're drafting sports months.
Yes. And the last one we did was winners. I went first. You are up.
Oof. 2 candidates, I think, for the number 1 spot. Maybe 3. I'm going to take April.
No way.
I'm going to take April with the number 1 pick.
Swing and a miss.
I've got baseball. I've got the Masters. I get the NFL draft.
No, it's number 2. I'm going to take October. Okay. It's the only month of the year where you get the sports equinox. So you get all 4 sports playing at once. The NHL, NBA season start. Football in full swing by that point. And oh yeah, it's the baseball playoffs.
Okay.
I get a 2nd pick.
You do. Hoping.
This one gets really tough. I'm between 2 months, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm going to, because I think you could leave this next one. So I'm going to take May.
Wow, you went with May, huh? Okay.
NHL, NBA playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I get the baseball in full swing. Actually, can I change my pick?
No, you cannot. You've submitted the card to the podium.
Okay. You got 2. Terrible pick.
I'm going to take March.
Somehow even worse.
What are you talking about? I get the beginning of baseball season. In a year in which they have it, I get the WBC. I also get March Madness. I get the entire college basketball tournament. So give me March. And then I'm going to take September.
Same reason I took October.
I mean,
would you have drafted October high?
October was the other month I was considering number 1 overall.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great month. So I have 2.
So hold on. Can I explain why I took September?
Of course you can.
Pennant push in baseball.
Correct.
You're in the heat of those early college football games between 2 ranked teams in different conferences. You get all of those kind of out of the gate in the first couple of weeks.
Correct.
You also get the start of football season, and there's nothing like those first couple of weeks where nobody's got a bye week, and Scott Hansen is taking me all over the place on Red Zone, and I've got 7 hours of just nonsense, right?
Glorious.
That's why September is number 3.
Everybody's got a little bit of hope.
Everybody's got a chance in September.
I'm going to take January. I get the entire NFL playoffs.
Okay.
I also get the regular season of the NBA when it really starts to ramp up post-Christmas. Because obviously the NBA, the games pre-Christmas people don't watch. And then I also get college basketball regular season. Things are starting to get intense, as well as the NHL regular season. My next pick.
Okay.
Hear me out on this.
Oh, boy.
You have swayed my mind a little.
I have swayed your mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you took March and you were like, well, in a year they have it, I have the WBC.
Okay.
My next thought was, I'm going to take... I think it could be a terrible pick. I think it could be a terrible, terrible pick. But I think I'm going to do it. Actually, no, I'm not going to. Give me November. Thanksgiving football, period.
Okay.
Nothing better than... I don't think you'll pick it. That's why I left it.
You don't think I'll take what?
My next month.
Got a couple of considerations here. Just kind of scrolling through here, making sure there's not an event that I miss. Now, we're just drafting. Now, I know when I drafted March, I said, every 4 years I get the WBC, right? But in general, are we just looking at like this year's calendar, or how is this going to work?
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. I wanted in February because I was thinking of the Olympics.
By the way, I get a President's Cup this year in September. Just I'm looking at September.
That's nice.
That is
nice. And thank God it's not a Ryder Cup, because that would be an even better pick.
Yeah, that would have been.
So
I'm gonna take June.
I think that's a good pick.
I'm gonna take June because I get the World Cup. I'm still in the heat of baseball season. I get the U.S. Open this year in golf. Trying to think of what else.
And by the way, that is like 10 minutes from my house, the U.S. Open.
This year?
Yes. At Aronimink.
Is that where it is this year?
I believe so.
The U.S. Open, 2026. No, it's in New York. It's at Shinnecock.
Wait, can you get, maybe it's the PGA Championship?
Okay, maybe. Where's the PGA before or after?
I believe it's after. Maybe I'm wrong.
I can tell you here in a second. By the way, I also get Wimbledon at the end of June to kind of sneak in there.
You know it's underrated?
No, you're going to tell me?
In August, I love the British Open.
I mean, I have another pick here, dude.
I didn't want to say it.
Do I want July? Do I want August? I also get the beginning of the NBA Finals in June. Let's look. What do we get in July? The Tour de France is in July. The Open is in July. MLB All-Star games in July. I get the X Games in July. Get a lot of good stuff in July.
Have you ever watched the X Games?
No, but it's a good thing to have on the docket. August, you get the start of college football, the Tour Championship. I basically get all of the FedEx Cup if I go August. Give me August. That's my last month.
My last month. Hear me out on this one. This one, I think it could be underrated. Give me February.
So you're just doing it for the Super Bowl?
No, not.
I mean, that's a big reason why.
The Olympics.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you have, just like me with the WBC, you only cash in on that every 4 years. That's the tough part.
Yes.
So the other 3 years,
it's dead.
You got the Super Bowl.
I have the Super Bowl now, which is enough. Super Bowl. I also have the Pro Bowl.
See, I have March, so I get NFL free agency.
Yes, no doubt.
I get the draft. I get the combine. You get the Senior Bowl because you have February.
I get the Senior Bowl. I get Thanksgiving football. You're scarfing down your turkey. You're having some mashed potatoes, having some gravy.
So I think
watch the football.
The 2 months we didn't take. I think there was a mistake here.
What did we take?
I think not taking December was a mistake. It's bowl season.
I actually agree.
The NBA season really just starts to kick into full gear.
Can I trade?
New Year's Day bowl game, New Year's Eve bowl games, college football playoff. That was a mistake. We left that on the board.
Well, I took January for the college football playoff.
Right, but some of the semifinal games are in December, aren't they?
Technically.
So you don't get those games. You get the games that you get the semifinal and the championship, but you don't get the opening round.
Well, can I ask a question?
Please.
Are we drafting these months local time or Eastern Standard Time?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Because if we draft these months Eastern Standard Time, then typically that playoff game does not finish until January 1st on the East Coast.
I mean, I think that's more of a semantics argument that I'm not really interested in having. But to recap, I went April, March, September, June, and August. And Evan went October, May, January, November, and February for the best sports months.
Let's just go over what I have. I have World Series.
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Yes.
National Championship.
Yes. I have.
Keep the NBA Finals all you want.
I have March Madness, the NBA Finals, the start of both college and the pro football seasons. I have the entire NFL offseason. I have the NFL draft. I have the Tour de France. I think I have 2 golf majors.
I have the Boston Marathon.
No, sorry, I have 3 golf majors because I have the Masters.
I have the marathon.
I'm very happy with what I did. All right, there you go. Dueling draft here on a Wednesday. 480-864-1060. If you want to weigh in, you can also join us on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. John says November is also college football rivalry games. May is a good one. Racing, NBA and NHL playoffs, baseball. Jeffrey says June is underrated because you have the NBA Finals, the best sports night of the year, the night the Stanley Cup is lifted. Hey, you got all those in there as well. When we come back, he's making his visit on the last possible day. Should we read into that anything? We'll talk about it next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
ASU baseball this Thursday evening over on KAZG 1440. Join the Sun Devils as they start their 3-game series against BYU. Head coach Wade Bloomquist is more than ready to show off his team's talents on the diamond. Join the voice of the Sun Devils, Tim Healy, on the call live. It's ASU versus BYU this Thursday evening. Pregame at 4:45 p.m. and first pitch at 5 p.m. All happening over on KAZG 1440.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority bookings by calling our heroes over at Zero Res Hey, it's Audrey. I have personal experience with Zero Res. They came in and completely made my home smell way more fresh than it did. And it's not because I smell funky. It's because, I've got pets, and I had family over during the holidays, so we'll blame it on them. And they came and completely helped change my winter blues into springtime cleans. Zero Res removes all of that winter buildup and lingering odors, giving your home a fresh, spring-ready feel, preparing your home for the brighter days ahead. And don't forget about your air ducts, because they are the lungs of your home. And if they're dirty, your indoor air quality is going to suffer. This month, get 3 rooms Zero Resified from Phoenix's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $129. And whenever you mention KDUS, receive a free hallway cleaning and take $75 off your air duct cleanings. Call Zero Res right now at 480-507-2419 or go online at ZeroResPhoenix.com and say you want the KDUS special.
Bob Dylan in person. One night only. June 23rd, Arizona Financial Theater. Bob Dylan. Plus Lucinda Williams and her band and the John Doe Folk Trio. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Bob Dylan Live, plus Lucinda Williams and her band, and the John Doe Folk Trio. Show starts promptly at 7 p.m.
Low T? Start for free. For a limited time, get prescription testosterone therapy with no startup fee only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Hey, just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Prescription testosterone gives you more energy, stamina, and it'll help you lose weight. Gain more muscle with less effort in the gym and lose that dad bod for good. You'll also think better, sleep better, and your love life will be better too. Look, don't be fooled. Nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. So skip the gimmicks and get prescription strength testosterone now at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Get back to enjoying life with the T levels you had in your 20s. It's a game changer. So don't wait. If you've got low T, get started for free. Meet with a board-certified medical provider online with no waiting from the convenience of your home or office. Book today and feel like yourself again, only at Red Mountain Weight Loss. Go to redmountainweightloss.com or dial pound 250 on your phone, keyword Red Mountain. Red Mountain Weight Loss, real testosterone, real doctors, real results.
Summer is calling, and Playcation is back at Talking Stick Resort with rates from just $129 and no resort fees for locals. Book now for stays May 15th through September 13th for one unforgettable staycation. Enjoy $25 in free play, $25 towards your favorite spa treatment, and more. Make Talking Stick Resort your summer destination. Book your stay today at TalkingStickResort.com. Life well played. Must be 21 or older. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. is MMA Friday on the Sports Zoo with official UFC ranker Scott Lewis, brought to you by RTO Sullivan's, your home for every UFC event. The Sports Zoo is the only show in the Valley that gives you 1 full hour of MMA every week, featuring Scott Lewis's official UFC ranking changes, fight predictions for every weekly event, shocking MMA stories, and more. So tune in every Friday from 5 to 6 p.m. and then head to RTO Sullivan's every Saturday to watch the fights. Go to RTOSullivans.com for a location near you.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. And boy, the news just keeps coming. It was Field Yates 2 hours ago. Quote, on the final day that prospects are allowed to make pre-draft 30 visits, Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson is visiting the Arizona Cardinals today. And that tweet alone we knew he was going to have a top 30 visit. We knew that they had it scheduled. That's not surprising, right? There's nothing surprising about that. But what I found the most interesting is it was quote tweeted by 2 different people. First, it was Ian Rappaport, who said one to keep an eye on. Then it was Adam Schefter quote tweeting it and saying, an intriguing visit. You also had Jeremy Fowler add, in league circles, Simpson has been linked to Arizona more than any other team. I mean, everywhere you turn, you got people who report on the league just saying, wow, this is interesting. Wow, this is something to keep an eye on. Wow, the Cardinals have been really linked to Ty Simpson. So I don't know if it's going to happen at number 3 overall. I don't know if it's going to happen at number 34 overall. But I'll tell you what, It's happening. It definitely feels like it is happening. It definitely feels like Ty Simpson is going to end up an Arizona Cardinal. And I keep coming back to something we talked about yesterday. I would think this is a smokescreen if Ty Simpson was somebody that was talked about as being the number 2 or number 3 pick in the draft. And so you get it out there that you really like him, so that if somebody does want to jump in front of you with the Jets, or if you want to actually trade down, you can make that trade, right? If your interest leaks about Ty Simpson and somebody else really wants Ty Simpson, they may want to make a move. And they may want to call you to see, do they really want Ty Simpson, or will they move the pick so we can get him? This getting leaked doesn't help them, because they're right now, unless they're taking him at number 3 overall, they're not in a position to take him. Doesn't help them. This being out there isn't part of some 3D, 4D chess game that helps them make a move that otherwise they wouldn't be able to make. This is out there because it's real. This is out there because their, I don't want to say love affair, but their interest in Ty Simpson goes all the way back to the end of 2025 is when I think it was first reported. And it's been there, and it hasn't gone away, and it is ramping back up. And you've got insiders that, without saying it, are saying, yeah, they really want Ty Simpson. Ian Rappaport yesterday on Rich Eisen saying, hey, you know what? They're going to probably come up from 34, because he's probably not going to be on the board at 24 for Cleveland. And Arizona feels like the team. You got Daniel Jeremiah. Do we have that cut, producer Evan? Can you pull that again for me? I know it's a little bit of a lengthy one, but you got Daniel Jeremiah going on his podcast, basically saying it 7 different ways how the Arizona Cardinals are interested in Ty Simpson and how they want to end up with a quarterback. Any way you can slice it. Adam Schefter is saying, this is an intriguing visit. Then Ian Rappaport again today, this is one to keep an eye on. Just over and over and over again, smashing it over our heads, connecting the Cardinals to Ty Simpson. You don't hear the Jets being connected to Ty Simpson this way. You don't hear the Browns being connected to Ty Simpson this way. The Rams, the Dolphins, pick your other quarterback-needy team. You don't hear any of them connected in this way with this type of energy, the way the Cardinals are.
Now, a team that doesn't have 2 first-round picks, but does have one right at the top of the second round, and that is pick number 34. Arizona, I do think they want to come away with a quarterback. So I'm looking at that, and obviously Ty Simpson would be the one we connect the dots to there with them.
Stop
so
it right
I've
there,
been,
please.
I've been
Producer, just
going
stop
through
it
this
right
whole
there.
process.
All the caveats at the front of that clip. You know, a team that doesn't have a first round pick, but they're picking pretty high in the second round, and I know they want to come away with a quarterback. Think of all of the different ways he's trying to twist himself to say they want Ty Simpson, they like Ty Simpson, like everything without saying it is saying Ty Simpson's their guy. They want Ty Simpson. We're not going to get to this today. I'm going to save this for tomorrow. How about this for a little tease? Do they have to take him at number 3 if they like him this much? Are they boxed in now to not being able to wait till the mid-20s? Because the way this feels, they love him in a way that I don't know if they want to play this dangerous game. And I know that many of you may just have wanted to turn off the radio when I said that. How ridiculous of a statement that was. But if you love him, can you afford to wait? Because it just feels like everywhere you turn right now, there is a connection that links this organization to Ty Simpson. Get ready. Jeremiah Love and Ty Simpson coming to an Arizona Cardinals franchise near you.
This won't go away. This won't go away, and neither will the Jeremiah Love thing. And
I still have the tab open here on the other screen for the jersey.
We are getting to a scary point where it just feels more and more real that they're going to come away with Ty Simpson, and more real that they're going to come away. And I don't think it's scary that they could take Ty Simpson. I actually think I think he's a good player. I think 15 games, leaves a little bit more to be desired there. Certainly. I don't have any doubts or disagreements about that.
It has always been about where they get him and if they have to move up, what they gave up.
It's a guy who throws with anticipation. He's accurate. He can move when he needs to. I wouldn't call him, a super athlete.
And what it was I think it was an Athletic story where we quoted, and I forget who it was. I wish I still had the story that I could reference, but there was a athletic story where they said he would be a really good fit in a Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay offense.
Right.
Like everything is pointing in this direction now. Week after week, day after day, report after report. It's real. It's real because it's not just last minute. We're on hole 17 and 18 and we found our golf game, right? No, from jump, from the tee box, we've been hitting the ball straight. We've been making good shots. From the beginning, it's been, man, they really like Ty Simpson. Oh, Ty Simpson would be a really good fit in Arizona. Oh, Ty Simpson would be a really good fit in a Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan offense. Oh, the Cardinals. We're gonna have them do the Jackson Dart thing. They're gonna trade up and get it at the back part of the first round. Oh, all these reporters are gonna say, man, Arizona really wants to come away with a quarterback. Just everything, piles, one after the other after the other. Definitely feels like Ty Simpson is going to be the next quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. We'll have more on this tomorrow and the rest of the week and all the way up until next Thursday with the 2026 NFL Draft. 480-864-1060, the phone number for you to join us here today on the show. When we come back, it's all the stories we didn't get to today. We call them the leftovers. We get to them next. The lunch break, KDUS, AM 1060.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Green flag is out, and the NASCAR Cup Series is racing.
Returns to Kansas Speedway.
Trouble turn 2, Brad Keselowski, the second place automobile, is in the fence.
Will Kyle Larson win his third straight spring race in the Heartland?
If dominating a race was a crime, Kyle Larson would get the electric chair today.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Live this Sunday at 10 a.m. on KACG 1440 and the KDUS 1060 app.
This is Michael with Restore My Civil Rights. I made a lot of poor decisions in my past that had lifelong consequences. After I was released from prison for the last time in 2014, I discovered the process to have my convictions dismissed and all of my rights restored, including my Second Amendment rights. Since achieving this for myself in 2018, our attorney has assisted over 3,000 others in doing the same. If you are still living under the consequences of past mistakes and would like to restore your rights as I have, visit RestoreMyCivilRights.com and book a free consultation today.
Chicago Sticks, the Windy Cities Tour. Finally, two iconic bands together for the first time. September 1st, Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Don't miss Chicago and Sticks. All the hits, your kind of tour.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Come see us at Mark Mazda Scottsdale. Check out the all-new redesigned 2026 Mazda CX-5. Or you can receive 2.9% APR for 72 full months on some of Mazda's most popular models, like the 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid.
Don't know what to do with your trade? We'll give you $8,000 minimum for any trade, no matter what shape it's in, as long as it runs based on the actual MSRP. And if $8,000 is the minimum, think what your good trading might be worth.
The name to remember? Mark Mazda. Mark Mazda. On approved credit plus 998.B.
The Dan Patrick Show. Tom Izzo, Michigan State head basketball coach.
I've had more than a couple job offers in the NBA and looked at one last year with Phoenix, and my former player, Matt Ispia. And that was hard. That was a hard thing to turn down because, number one, I kind of wanted to go with him. Number two,
so they offered you the head coaching job?
Well, we talked seriously about it, let's say that.
Weekdays, 6 to 9 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
Wrapping up today's edition of The Lunch Break here on KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you. Get into the leftovers. Now, producer Evan, before we fully dive into the leftovers, you know what? Let me get you the music here, too, before we do this here. Here you go. You got your leftovers music. Little bit of a programming note for tomorrow. We're kind of up in the air a little bit. There will be I would say 95 to 100% chance there will be a lunch break tomorrow in some capacity. But because of some inclement weather on ASU's baseball road trip that they're on, they may not play at their regularly scheduled time of 4:45 pregame tomorrow, which was supposed to be on KZG 1440. There is talks of the game being moved up, and I haven't gotten confirmation. I'm working to hear from the people in charge, but it does look like the game is going to be moved up, and it's going to be moved up to noon, which would be an 11:45 pre. And so if that is the case, you'll hear from us tomorrow, but it'll be a shorter show as we lead into ASU baseball, which can then air here on KDUS AM 1060 starting at 12 o'clock. So it's either going to be a full 2-hour show or it'll be a short little 40-minute show, but you will hear from us tomorrow.
We're going to be here.
We're going to be here. But then ASU baseball, if the game gets moved up, can be heard here on KDUS AM 1060, not on KZG 1440. Okay. With that being said, the leftovers.
Tigers rookie Kevin McGonigal reached an 8-year, $150 million extension. The old Corbin Carroll formula.
But you can't even say that anymore because it's the
has
Connor
been
Griffin.
signed by like
it's the Colt Emerson.
It's
Let's think about it. Kevin McGonigal signed an extension. Connor Griffin, Colt Emerson, Cooper Pratt
signed one
of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Is that everybody? No, there's one more.
Is there one more?
There's one more.
Who else signed an extension? Who am I missing?
Seattle. We got Colt Emerson.
We got Emerson. No, I got everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Griffin, Emerson, Cooper Pratt, now McGonigal. I mean, he's been great to start the year, by the way.
He's been unbelievable. He's been so good.
311. He's got a homer, 8 RBIs, and a 417 on base percent.
They've been pretty good.
Yeah, they've been good.
Did they get swept somewhere?
Hold on, let me check.
I feel like I just remember them.
Yeah, the Minnesota Twins swept them in a 4-game series last week. Is that the one you're referencing? Oh no, wait, maybe it was on the Diamondbacks swept them.
Yes, that would be it.
Including losing a game that Tarek Skubal started 1-0.
Outdueled by Zach
That's
Gallen.
right. That's
Maybe
right.
the only time you get to say
That's
that
right.
all year long.
That's right.
All year long. Playing tonight, it continues. And don't hit the who cares button because now we actually care about this game. Who cares?
Maybe
we're in Golden State and Golden State.
You say that, and maybe we'll get into this tomorrow.
Clippers. Sorry.
Do you want to face Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors in the postseason? I don't know if I want to do that either.
I don't want to play Steph Curry. I don't want to play Steve Kerr. I don't want to play Kawhi Leonard. I don't want to play.
You should have just beaten Portland last night. You shouldn't have blown.
If you can't guard Danny Avia,
how are you going to guard Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah. I mean, those are all fair points.
Not great.
Listen, they should have won last night.
Should have won last night.
You had every opportunity to win last night. Redemption for your boy. I may go Friday.
I don't. You know what? I don't even want to go now. After what they did last night, I don't even want to go. Nah, I'm good.
What? You don't want a couple value tacos?
Oh, I still can't believe they lost that game last night. Had 94% chance to win
Now?
with 3.5 minutes to go.
Now let's do the thing.
By the way, the Clippers 3.5 point favorites tonight. Excuse me, it's up to 5.5. It opened at 3.5. 5.5 point favorites tonight against the Golden State Warriors.
The Phoenix Suns. TBD playing. $48 to get in.
Serious question for you.
Correct.
Serious question for you.
Be very serious.
The Clippers win tonight. The Clippers have to be favorites on Friday, no?
I think they will be, yeah. Clippers win tonight, they'll be favorites.
I mean, I know it's at home, but I
might go.
You might go on Friday?
Yeah.
I find myself in the situation you were in. I told my wife I don't have anything on Friday. It could be date night. Thanks, Devin. Thanks, Jordan. Now, at least I'm not going to a Bruno Mars concert, but now I gotta
disaster getting out of the Bruno Mars concert.
Could only imagine. It was a disaster last night watching the Suns.
Took us an hour and a half to get out of the garage.
I'll talk to everybody tomorrow. See ya.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and